The Nether update. It's going to be a big one. They're adding tons of new stuff to the Nether, and a lot of it is really cool. But there's some things that they're missing, and some things that I would suggest to add. And here are my thoughts on what should be added to the Nether update. So first up, wouldn't it be cool if you could go into the Nether and find these retextured gold veins? Of course, the stone wouldn't be stone, it would be like this netherracky texture. But, hang on a second, think about it. Piglins love gold. For starters, how do they even know it exists? And secondly, you need some sort of metal for armor and tools. You can't go without no armor in the Nether. Look at me now, I'm about to die from this skeleton. And now, yeah. If you really wanted some sort of gold armor, or gold anything, you'd have to kill zombie and normal piglins to get it. And right now, it's looking like I'm not going to do so well in surviving in the Nether and starting with nothing. Just a quick piece of news, I am actually planning on making a series when the 1.16 update comes out, of me actually surviving the Nether until the Wither fight to get back to the overworld. And I will be using the rules that I can't leave the Nether until I have a Wither star. So, in my opinion, I think that series is going to be great. So stay ready for that. As soon as 1.16 releases, a video won't be far away. Anyway, back to this gold business. If you could find gold just lying around in the Nether, it meant that mining in the Nether would actually be a thing. Right now it's just bland old quartz and, well, yes, there is the new netherite, but gold, that would make mining in the Nether for people who are wanting to survive there a lot more interesting. You could then smelt the gold into gold ingots to trade with the piglins to get very necessary items to your Nether survival experience. If they don't add gold ore, the only way to get gold would be by killing these guys and by killing these guys. And then you'd have to kill at least 9 of these guys to get enough nuggets to craft a stupid bar to get a single shroom light. Okay, I'm playing in Snapshot 10A, so there's no shroom lights anymore. But seriously, I think there should be some gold ore. There goes my nugget. But if you could dig for gold ore, and there was gold ore, then that would be awesome. Good thing I was in creative mode then. But hang on a second, how are you going to smelt the gold ore if there's no way to get cobblestone in the Nether? This problem has 2 solutions. Wow, I did not know that Nether had all those creepy sounds. One is that by finding a Nether fortress, that if you mined these bricks in survival mode, that you'd be able to craft something I would like to call a Nether forge, and that would be the Nether equivalent to a furnace, and you could smelt your gold ore there. The other proposed solution would be that in the piglins bartering loot table that there could be when you bartered with them cobblestone, so that you could use the wood from these trees to craft a crafting table to craft the furnace using the cobblestone that these guys could barter with you. So those would be the smelting solutions. Which do you guys prefer more? In my opinion, I'd probably prefer the Nether forge, but then again, if these guys could trade cobblestone with you, you could make ghast-proof bases in the Nether. But then again, most people aren't looking to live in the Nether permanently, so... And if none of this gold stuff ever happens, well then, you can always rely on the good old Nether fortress that I was just at before, for the treasure chest to provide you with iron to make an iron pickaxe. But you'd probably want to use that iron to make shields, not stupid old iron pickaxes. Oh, and just a quick tip, if you want to cook those delicious, juicy chops of the hoglin, then, even if they don't add a furnace, there is still a way. Chop down these big, mushroomy trees, and get some coal from a wither skeleton. You know where to get sticks, wood, and make yourselves a campfire. Wait, is that not how you craft it? It is actually possible to get netherite armor without visiting the overworld. Yes, I know what you're thinking. What about diamonds? But actually, did you know that in the Nether Fortress chests, you probably knew this if you're not a noob. Sorry, that may come across as offensive. Cut. Diamonds in the Nether Fortress chests, which I am not lucky enough to find any of. Hang on. Okay, I've been looking for far too long and haven't found any, but you're just gonna have to believe me. You can also find gold and, like I said before, iron in these chests. So, combined with that, you could go mining for the rare netherite ore to craft netherite tools and armor. I want to talk about a new mob I thought should be added, and I've actually discovered that this idea isn't original. I thought I came up with this idea, but a ton of people have had really similar ideas. I think that in the Soul Sand Valley, there should be some sort of blaze variant that would spawn in groups of 4 and attack the player, and piglins, which would explain their blue fire fear, and normal blazes on sight. They would be neutral towards ghasts and other creatures. I think that these blazes would basically be blue blazes, but that would kind of be a bit boring, so maybe add a little bit extra new to them. They would drop the soul fire rod, which you could craft into some sort of blue powdery stuff. You could probably make that into a new potion, maybe put the soul rod into some sort of crafting recipe. But other than that, I think that would be really cool to see in the Nether update. Wouldn't you think so, Mr. Ghast? He did not totally just turn his head and look away from me. Ah, that's better. Now I've got night vision. I really liked how you could swap a gold tool for a crossbow with those piglins that were armed with one. I'm just going to look for one now. But they removed that, so I'm a bit disappointed with that. Oh, there goes my night vision. Right. I think that they should actually add that back. Otherwise, it would be really, really inhumane just having to kill these guys to get their crossbow off them. Sorry, I'm just demonstrating how inhumane it is. Oh, you're just beating them up. Didn't even drop his crossbow. So it feels... Oh my gosh, I've just been washed with a wave of guilt. Yeah, I think they should re-add that, because I really like that. Otherwise, you would need iron nuggets to craft them. Every other resource, including the string that is in their bartering loot table... Stole your pork chops, you cannibals. You can get sticks from here. To craft the tripwire, you'd need iron nuggets and cobblestone. So actually, you'd need them to trade cobblestone, which would remove the possibility of netherforge. So bows could be easy to get. Crossbows, you just have to kill these guys for them. He didn't drop his. He didn't drop his. So you know. Yeah, I think that should be another thing in their loot table. Iron nuggets. Wait, hang on a second. Oh yeah, I wrote this list before 010A came out. So they listened to my idea that I posted in the feedback, and they already have added iron nuggets to their loot table. So yeah, they need cobblestone in their loot table. I think there should also be a reliable source of arrows that isn't fighting the skeletons that spawn in the Soul Sand Valley in large numbers. That's just really dangerous and not worth your risking your life for that worth of ranged weapons. I think that the piglins in their bartering table should be both feathers and arrows, so that you can barter and they would give you, like, say 20 arrows for a gold ingot, or maybe more, maybe less, I don't know, probably more. And you could get also the equal amount of feathers with the equal weight as flint, so when they traded flint with you, you could not only make flint and steel, but also make arrows. So I think that would be great. Speaking of bartering, a couple of things I would add to the bartering system other than cobblestone and the already added iron nugget, which I'm very pleased about. I would add paper. The reason I really want paper is because every other, oh yeah, apart from lapis, every other item that you need for enchanting is available in the nether. Diamonds, wood, leather, even obsidian now, because of the piglins bartering. The only thing you need is a book to craft the enchantment table, and you need leather, but you also need paper. So please add paper to their bartering system, because you need the bookshelves and the book for the enchantment table. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention to add lapis, although I didn't mention lapis, but not to add it. Definitely add lapis either to the nether fortress chests or to the piglins bartering inventory. But the other thing I was just going to say was to add that new plant that I was referring to before. I think that it should resemble, like, not resemble, but be similar to the berry in some type, that you could actually, it like gives you a single, half a haunch, like one food point, but you could actually grow, because nothing in the nether currently you can grow and eat. You have to kill something for it. Oh wait, hang on a second, I take that back. Those things over there, you can make food out of, and, but everything else, even these guys, you need to kill for their delicious juicy flesh. But, yes, think they should be able to barter this food, particles, and that you could grow it. Oh! Yes, I've got a 9th of a shroom light. Oh, and finally found one of these chests, except it's got no diamonds, so I can't prove to you. But, one other thing that I forgot to mention, the fletching table. It still has no use. I don't have many good ideas, but I think it could be useful so that it could only mend crossbows and bows. I feel like the warped fungi should deter the hoglin, whether it's placed down or not. You should be able to do something like hold it in your offhand and walk up to a hoglin and it would be afraid of you. I'm just gonna try it now, and as you can see, it doesn't work. Wait, hang on, why is he not attacking me? I think you should be able to barter any gold item with a piglin. But each gold item would have a different value to the piglin, such as being able to chuck a golden nugget at it and getting the same stuff as a gold ingot would be overpowered. So instead, having the golden nugget as like 9 times less worth than the iron ingot, golden ingot, and then that would mean that you would get the lower weight stuff. The lower weight stuff more often, so it wouldn't be as good as trading a golden ingot with it. Stuff like glistening melon should have, even though it's got uses golden nuggets, it's kind of cheating, I guess, so it should be worth the same as a golden nugget. And I'm just gonna give him a golden nugget now, and as you can see, he will not give a crap. Sorry, bat, watch my language. But he will pick it up, and then, yeah, he won't do anything about it. I think that any gold item should have different values, including like a golden chest plate should be like 8 times more worth. But when you're trading things that have durability, the worth should also be based on the durability of the weapon, tool, or armor, or whatever. So you can't just give them a gold sword with 1 durability, and the piglin to think it's twice as good as a golden ingot. I think that this would be a really, really cool thing to add and make bartering a lot more easy to do. And before the end of the video, I just wanted to say, we are joined by CreeperNinja for these final points as he discusses them with us. Say hi, Creeper. What?
Oh man.
Oh,
That was
very funny.
That was cringe.
That was cringe. Please don't do that ever again. Okay, so starting with number 1, back to the gold business again. I think that gold tools and gold armor should actually have a realistic durability. They've always been made fun of for having such a stupidly low durability. And I'm not gonna lie, why have these in the game if nobody is ever gonna use them? It's actually ridiculous. And to be honest, gold is rarer than iron, isn't it, Kevin? I mean, Creeper. Whatever, they already know your real name.
This morning I started to play Superior Craft, another server made by Turnip King. Watch his videos, and I came across like 5 gold veins without finding any iron.
Really?
Without even having iron.
That is a good point, but usually iron is more common than gold. But back to the point, if it's rarer, then it should have at least some realistic durability. So, oh wait, bad idea. I think that gold tools, well, yes, they are gold, so they should have a little less durability than iron, but not such a ridiculously low durability that you would never craft them. I think that they should have at least 3/4 to 2/3 of an iron tool's durability. Keep the speed. I really like how fast they are. It balances the lack of durability a bit. If you did this to the devs, gold items could be an actual part of the game. Currently, they are worthless. Sorry, Pilgrim. You know how ghasts are... Well, yeah, they're a thing in the Nether. But if you were doing this challenge where you're trying to survive in the Nether and basically live in the Nether, then ghasts have no purpose. You can't do anything with gunpowder apart from make TNT and firework rockets, which are both useless in the Nether.
Only thing ghasts are useful for is being annoying.
Exactly, and spawning a ridiculously large amount in the Soul Sand Valley, but I like that. That means that it's really dangerous. I think keep the spawn numbers up. But they also drop the ghast here. You can't make potions, because you can't get water, you can't get cobble, well, unless you can, but it doesn't matter, you can't get water. So they're basically completely useless big hunks of 8-block white crying babies. So I think they should drop something useful, or the second proposal, a new item, is that you could craft TNT using soul sand. I know that's a bit weird, but it would at least give some point to killing a ghast other than to save your life. This is me theoretically fighting ghasts with the 3rd best items in the game. As soon as they made gold stuff better, then you'll be able to go in the Soul Sand Valley with ease. And there's my headset. Ah! Take that, you imbeciles! I have golden armor! You shall never defeat me! Ta! What? Who dares challenge me? Bum 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 bum.
Adding on for the gold tools and gold armor, because you need a 1 gold armor at least so the piglins don't kill you. I was thinking maybe why not add you're able to fuse gold and diamond armor. It doesn't make it any better, but it just makes it so piglin don't attack you. So you don't have to continuously take off your armor when you want to take off and put on gold armor.
So guys, those were the points with Kevin. Sadly, these I recorded my final points before I recorded this part, so enjoy the next parts, and we fare CreeperNinja goodbye. Whee!
Goodbye.
Into the past! The final thing I would love to see added is the ability to sleep in a bed in the Nether to set your spawn point. They did announce this at Minecon Live, or whatever it's called now, but it still doesn't work. And as you can see, it would not be a good idea to try this in survival mode. But what if you could actually sleep in the bed and set your spawn point so that when you died in the nether and you're doing this challenge, you could respawn and not have to start over again and actually do a hardcore challenge, which would be absolutely ridiculous. So this is the absolute #1 thing I would need. This isn't even a want, this is a need to see in the nether update. It is possible to craft some of these. All you need is some string from the piglins. So you need some gold, and if they don't add the gold, then you need to kill zombie pigmen, and a lot of them, like a ridiculous amount. So I think, again, gold ore, devs, gold ore, please. Well, I guess that just about does it for the video, and I'd love to hear your suggestions and what you think should be added into the next update. Anyway, once again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.